What's up, my guys? Welcome back. So last week we tackled some of the toughest medical questions that Yahoo Answers had to offer, and I had so much fun doing it that I thought we could jump in again. All right, so what subject should we tackle today? Now, there's a lot of confusion out there about gender, which is weird, I know, considering the number of gender studies degrees that have hit the scene in the last decade. But don't worry, guys, I'm here to clear all that up for you. So let's take a look at your questions about gender. First question, in a world of women and one man, will that man be a king or a slave? I mean, you can ask the man, but I think the answer you get across the board is, does it matter? I don't think it matters. Either way, he'd be milked like a cow, and that situation would probably be amenable to everyone involved. Every man is gay since they all love their buttholes to be scratched on. Am I right? Who's walking around scratching on their butthole all the time? What do you mean? No. Every man is not gay, or you wouldn't exist. In fact, I would say most of them aren't. And do they all love their buttholes to be scratched on? Is this a thing gay guys do? There any gay guys watching? Why can't people just admit that they all hate women? That's right, folks. Every person hates all women. It's a conspiracy between me and 6.9 billion of my closest friends. All of us. The amount of misogyny on the internet is disturbing, and if you post a joke about women, everybody's okay with that because it is just a joke.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
I would actually say the bumbling male is a way more prolific stereotype. Homer Simpson, Griffin, Ray Romano, literally any role that Kevin James plays. Do Nazi Trump-tards realize the vast majority of liberals don't believe in 17 genders? How about that self-awareness? I'm not sure you get to play the hashtag not all liberals card and then call Trump supporters all Nazi Trump-tards. Also, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure it was about 59 genders, so nice going there, bigot. Oh God, wall of text, here we go. Why can't a woman sit on a park bench alone without being harassed by losers? Am I the only female on Earth? Why me? Why do they bother me? It's a public park. There are plenty of other people there besides me, yet every single time I go to the park and sit down, some useless piece of human waste has to come over and start bothering me. Why? Don't they have jobs? Don't they have a life? Don't they have anybody else to talk to? Do these jerks just like me that much? Yesterday, I was sitting in the park eating bananas and listening to my headphones, and the ugliest creep I have ever seen came over and tried to sit by me and talk to me. My God, what did you do? Why are people so rude, selfish, and inconsiderate? Why do they always expect me to stop what I'm doing and take off my headphones and talk to them? I've never understood why strangers are so desperate to talk to me. Talk about what? And why do they act like I have to talk to them? Leave me the hell alone and stay away from me. Holy crap! You sound like you might be the most horrible person on planet Earth. Somebody sat next to you on a park bench and tried to talk to you, and they are a piece of human waste for doing that. Holy smoke. I gotta say though, considering the tone of the question, I'm a huge fan of the top answer, which is, it's probably from the way you were filleting that banana. Is it true even the most physically weak female might gain more physical strength than a muscular man to the point where they could cripple you? Especially when Wait, what? Especially when moods due to the biological struggles unique to females? What? Is the question whether women gain strength on their periods? Is that what this is? Probably not. I don't know, I've never been a woman. Honestly, my best guess here is that there must be some sort of ridiculous sexist trope that I'm not aware of. I have a fear of getting raped during sex? I'm not sure when did the, but shouldn't women demand payment for oh man, I already see where this is going. Shouldn't women demand payment for their company from any man who wants their time? Go on. Men are a potential risk, even if they don't... if they don't eventually snap and hurt you physically. They will definitely stress you and age you with their unchecked emotional stability and their lack of self-awareness. Citation needed? Men would be less disrespectful and tactless if their interactions with women could only be transactional. Okay, what you're describing is already a very lucrative business. A transaction in which you are charging a male for your physical company is prostitution. So, when did feminist researchers discover masculinity is toxic? Well, I'm so glad you asked that question because the story is actually quite interesting. The year is 1953. American female scientists from the Monsanto Corporation are contracted by the U.S. government under Appropriations Bill 8765-3, Project MK Ultra, Subproject 9. Working under the direction of leading geneticists, scientists are able to isolate the gene for masculinity, first in lab mice, then in chimpanzees, then, in 1962, the human body. Using modified viral RNA, the genetic code is altered, allowing masculinity to be produced for the first time in vitro. Over the next 2 years, this technique is refined to exacting standards, allowing for the production of unlimited quantities of pure masculinity. Placebo-controlled studies in human subjects revealed a disturbing trend. A sharp increase in violence and aggression which manifest both in the behavior and cognition of the subjects. Over time, their organ systems began to fail, allowing scientists to infer the inherent toxicity of unbridled masculinity. Nah, I just made all that up. The correct answer here is they didn't. It's just a made-up term. What is the difference between men and women? Are you f***ing kidding me? I'm a 29-year-old male and I don't see a difference. You don't see a difference between males and females. What a failure. This is almost 30 years old and somehow is able to self-identify as a male, but he can't tell the difference between a man and a woman, guys. He can't do it. They all look the same to him. What really burns my croissant about this question is that it's followed by pages and pages of answers that are equally as incoherent. Look at this answer. Why does it have to be so long? If a man is healthy and has a good diet, he produces testosterone in sufficient amount to look and act like a man. But what difference does that make if you can't tell the difference between a man and a woman? He obviously can't see the facial hair. He can't see the bone structure. Women produce some testosterone also, and although they don't grow a mustache or beard, they tend to be slightly more active, entrepreneurial, tough. They are also said to be able to give birth to boys. No, we're not talking about the Dark Souls lore of gender here. That's a biological fact. They're able to give birth to boys and girls. Democratic socialism. I'm sorry, I thought we were talking about gender studies. What? Democratic socialism? Ugh, that's it. We've jumped the shark. I'm done for today. If you like watching me torture myself, make sure to hit like. And why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom there. See ya.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Thanks for the tip.